Okay, welcome back to the next video in our text-based adventure series. Today we're going to start the adventure. And we're going to start our adventure by creating a function with the definition start adventure. And we're going to put a comment in here. And we create comments just to stay organized. And we do that with the number sign. And we're going to say this function starts the adventure. And then we're going to move down to the next line with the enter. And we're going to start giving this start adventure a definition by saying that print a message to begin telling a story. Now, I'm going to use an example here. You can change it, use part of it, whatever you want to do. But the player is going to enter a room. And you see a red door to your left and a blue door to your right. All right. Then we're going to create a variable called door picked. It's going to give the player a choice based on their input. So door picked is equal to an input based on the question, do you pick the red door or the blue door? And we're going to use that little arrow key just to make a little bit of a space and an indication that they're going to need to type at this point. Noticed here, like in the previous video, when we created a variable, it underlined it green, saying local variable door picked is assigned, but never used. Well, we need to put it to use. We could run our game right now, and it would ask us our name, Harold the Great. It would greet us, but never ask us a question or print this message or do anything with the door. We defined a function called start adventure, but we never used it. So inside of our main function, we're going to use it. We're going to call it. After it welcomes the player, we're going to create a comment that says calls the start adventure function and function. And it's going to say start adventure. So after it says the player name, it'll call the function and look for its definition. So I think that all looks pretty good. Let's run it. Harold. There's our question. You enter a room, you see a red door to your left and a blue door to your right. Do you pick the red door or the blue door? And we could type in something like red, but nothing happens, right? We never used that variable. So let's have a decision be put to use. And we're going to create a comment here that says if statements. And below this are if statements that if they choose the red door or if they choose the blue door or they type in the wrong thing, a message will print out. So we're going to say if door picked, so if the variable door picked is equal to a string is a series of letters to create words. If what they typed in is red, it will print a message that says you picked the red door. All right. You could run that right now. Type in a name. It'll ask the question. You could type in red, and it'll print out the message. You picked the red door. But the next thing is, if you were to type in another message like blue, there's nothing that will be indicated when you type in the message blue. Yeah. Oh, good. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so let's go ahead and make that as an else option within our if statement. If door picked is equal to red, it'll print the message you picked the red door. Else, if. We do that with an elif. If door picked is equal to blue, the string blue, if they typed in blue, it'll print the message you picked the blue door. Blue door. Okay, so we could run it now. Type in the name Harold. Do you pick the red door or the blue door? We type in blue, and it'll give us a message about that we picked the blue door. Now, they might type in something incorrectly. It might be spelling, it could be capitalization, things that we can update later to make the game more intelligent and to be able to handle more user inputs. But for right now, we're just going to say that else in our code here. If they type in something else besides lowercase red or lowercase blue, it's going to print a message on the screen. Print, sorry, it's either red. And we're going to do that with just apostrophes, because otherwise it'll mess up our printed message if we use quotation marks. Sorry, it's either red or blue as the answer. Okay, all right. Run. Harold, if we type in red with a capital R, it says, sorry, it's either red or blue as the answer. So we come back in, Harold, red, you picked the red door. What's your name? Harold. Blue, pick the blue door. We'll do it one last time, and we'll type in blue with a capital B. Sorry, it's either red or blue as the answer. Okay, I think that's pretty good for now for this video. We've started our adventure function. I think if you used my example here, you can, and if you want to change it, you can change the colors of the door. You can change the whole setup if you'd like. But just keep everything else, all the code, the same. Change what's inside the quotation marks so that your messages are what you want them to be. And maybe your responses. You've chosen the red door instead of the message you picked the red door. You could type in, you have picked the red door. You have picked the blue door. Run it. Harold, red. Okay? All right, that's it for this video. Good luck.